All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahat, Rachach, Kodash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and the 1/3, pushing us 100% truth across the four winds so we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. All right, pretty much I just want to do a lesson all through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahat, Rachach, Kodash, and Lord's will, this will be edifying to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Baha, Racha, Kodash. Okay, and as the title reads, Rejoice No More Babylon. Okay, and this all came through the inspiration of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And pretty much, just meditating in the spirit with everything, this season. Okay, the season that we're in. This is a time that Babylon and the inhabitants of Babylon rejoice the most. Okay, outside of their bread and circus, your Thanksgivings, your so-called Christmas and your New Year's, things of that nature. This is the time that they rejoice. And I was just meditating in the spirit, and all America is based around is rejoicing in the downfall of Israel. Okay, these high hell days, it's all based around rejoicing in Esau defeating us. Okay, today is Thanksgiving. All right, which we know that circles around Gad, which there's many wars and battles that Esau has fought, and he commemorates dates to in the downfall of Gad. And this is yet just another one. Now, let me share my screen. I want to jump actually right into the scriptures. So let's go right into Psalms. All right, the book of Psalms 137. And I really just kind of want to build off this scripture for the foundation of this lesson. Okay. And, this isn't the first, this isn't my first year in the truth. But, through the spirit, I just woke up feeling very offended. I woke up feeling very offended, how, but like it says in Lamentations, rejoice and be glad. We understand that, but, we have the right, okay, to feel offended, all right, at evil, at wickedness, because everything that America rejoices and is proud about, they didn't do it in a righteous manner, okay? And Lord's will, I'm going to bring out the precepts on that, but I want to make this point real quick. All right, this is Psalms 137. And we're just going to read 7. It says Psalms 137 and 7, and it reads, Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Now, this is in particular Psalm speaking about how Esau was rejoicing at our destruction, our temple being besieged. Okay, and when you go into this word raise it, all right, even goes into destroy it. Okay, like if you go to the NLT, let me see if I can even oh, you know what, let's go right here. Actually, this actually works. So let's go to Bible. Okay, now when you look at NLT right here, look, they yelled destroy it. Okay, destroy it, level it to the ground. So Esau, Edom, is always in a spirit of rejoicing. But on top of that, they're rejoicing at our destruction. Like today, people are gathering together, all happy, right? They're popping bottles, they're eating, okay, they're thanking God. But now they may not necessarily be doing it with the mindset of, hey, we're eating and rejoicing because Esau defeated, Gad or Reuben, but they are celebrating a hell day, okay, that Esau once partook in our destruction. So when you look at things in general, he's always rejoicing in our downfall. Okay, when you look at Independence Day, okay, you have what you call Independence Day. All right, I just pulled a few up because a lot of times brothers will go into specific holidays. It's just on my spirit to touch on all of it. The basis, the broad spectrum of these rejoicings. They're in a spirit, okay, to rejoice at our destruction. Independence Day, okay, the military, all right, it was the 7th Cavalry, all right, that went to war with Gad, okay, Like you have, a lot of Judites, so-called black people. They'll speak about how they're, the police brutality. Well, your fellow brother Gad, Reuben, all right, and other tribes, they had to go. They went to war literally with the military. You see, the Navy, the Army, things of that nature. And now today, people sit back and celebrate your Veterans Day, your Independence Days, Memorial Days, the memorial, the veterans, the independence, those are all based on a military aspect and thanking the military. But this same military is the same military that was murdering, pillaging, raping, robbing, and killing, all right, the inhabitants that once ruled this land, And then what does Esau do now? He teaches you to rejoice, okay? He teaches you to rejoice on the downfall of your enemies. But Esau is the wicked. So he should not be rejoicing because all of his victories have been gotten from lies, deceits, and treacheries. All right. And the Bible speaks about that. You're not supposed to rejoice at that. This is Proverbs 24 and 17. Look, rejoice not when thy enemy falleth. But today, they're rejoicing because the pilgrims came. Okay, let's even go on that. Let's just, not to make this just about what you call Thanksgiving, but we have to add that into the mix, especially with that being today. You have what you call the pilgrims, right? But then what is that? The 1619, okay? When you brought over Judah, Benjamin, Levi, right? The southern kingdoms as slaves. So here it is. You're sitting down, all right? You're cutting into this turkey. You're spreading the blood of the cranberry sauce, but you're, unbeknownst to you, you're rejoicing at the fall of us, your so-called brother Jacob. Okay, because see, we are Esau's enemy, but he's rejoicing at our fall. Raise it, raise it. You shouldn't be rejoicing at the fall of the children of Israel because prophecy that we will rise back. We are rising now. So it's very foolish for these high hell days that Esau and the rest of these people are living in, because prophecy says that we're going to reign, that we're going to take the kingdom. You see? So let's finish it off. Proverbs 24 and 17, and it reads, "Rejoice not when thy enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth." And that makes me think of Habakkuk. Woe to you that put bottle to thy neighbor. See, Esau always has a spirit to keep us in a stumbling mindset. Okay, kill the brain, keep the body. And this is what you rejoice over. You rejoice over taking advantage of downtrodden, beaten people. You rejoice over not allowing us to read and write, and now make fun of us for having a educational a curve. And it says, let me just keep going. And it says, "Lest the Lord see it, and it displeases him, and he turn away his wrath from him." And that's what's going to happen to us, because the Lord is seeing that you're proud. Okay, you're boasting in our fall. Okay, you're proud and you're boasting in our fall, and now the Lord is gonna change it, man. The Lord is gonna change it to where that you are gonna be the one that falls. Okay, that pit that you dug for us, you are gonna fall in that. Now, we're in the book of Proverbs, so let's go actually to 27. Let me see if I can skip over. All right, just just a couple precepts that came to my mind. I woke up just meditating on this place in a whole, especially when it comes to these days, and it really is actually is offensive. It's supposed to happen, but Esau, what he doesn't understand is he's going to receive judgment for his boasting. He's going to receive judgment for his bragging and his rejoicing, because he did it against the apple of the Most High's eye. Okay. And you know what I will say, and you know what, it's offensive as well, because it shows you that people they don't have the spirit to bemoan us, which we're not asking, but we're speaking out on it. You have actual Native. I'm so-called Native American. Okay, I identify as a tribe of Gad. You see, and people around me know that. People know that ever since I grew up in a Native American household. I've of course, Esau has said that I'm black, or they don't believe that I'm Native American, but that's besides the point. So people around me know that I'm Native American, but do people have a spirit, around this day, which I'm not asking them to, but do they? No, they don't. People don't even have a spirit. All right, your average everyday peon American citizen does not have an actual remorseful spirit against what Esau has done. Now they may have not partook in it per se, but you're rejoicing in it. Well, I didn't kill him, but you have no problem drinking on that day either, if you will. This is Proverbs 27:1. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what day may bring forth. That's right. Just like how now you're rejoicing because of our downfall. Well, you don't know what's going to happen to you tomorrow. You see? So you shouldn't be in such a boastful spirit with the wickedness that you have done to lead you to this time period where now you can sit down and cut your little giblets and your turkeys when there's a whole war going on outside. You see, this careless city, it keeps wanting that mirth to come back. This careless city, they keep wanting that spirit, of peace, love, and solidarity. Well, you don't got that no more. You don't have the pleasure of that. So let's jump real quick to Ecclesiastes, all right, to further, all right, prove the unrighteous rulership that Esau is rejoicing in right now. And now people, okay, you'll have Ishmael come over here and give reverence to the downfall of Israel. Inhabitants from around the world can come to America and partake on Esau defeating us. Okay, how offensive is that? Which we know it's prophecy, but the judgment for your wickedness pertaining to prophecy is going to overpass your rejoicing moment you have now. That's why it says in Lamentations, rejoice, ye daughter of Babylon. But you're rejoicing in wickedness. You're rejoicing in righteousness. People don't even see the wickedness of Christmas, of Thanksgiving, of even Independence Day. Our people are so destroyed that Esau declared his independence from Britain in 1776. And then while writing the Bill of Rights, the constitutions, what you know as your amendments, you still had Israel in slavery. You still were going to war with Gad, okay? Because you may have freed the so-called Negroes in 1865. You were still going to war with Gad until the 19th century, 1890. Sitting Bull, men of that nature. So before we sit here and talk about, oh, well, you freed them. Well, what about the Native Americans? Okay. Oh, let's not even talk about Columbus. You have the Columbus Day. So see, it's not just one. It's not just two. It's the spirit that Babylon produces of its triumphing over Israel. Okay. This is the spirit that they come in, and then the people are in that spirit. So it's very offensive to walk around, if you will. I'm gonna put it on a quote unquote logical level. It's offensive to be a Native American and see Thanksgiving, just like it should be offensive as a Black person, and you see your Independence Days and so on and such. This place has so much blood that Esau can't fix it. He can't fix the problem because his existence in society is the problem. America is offensive. You see? So let's keep reading. This is Sirach 10:8, going into why he shouldn't be boasting themselves. That spirit of raise it, raise it. Right. Let me get this off the screen. All right, there we go. So this is Sirach 10:8, and it reads, because of unrighteous dealings, right? Unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. Let's look up really, really quick what this word injuries means. Let's just look up injury. Now, usually I like to do a short and right to the point, but today, as they would say, we have time. So when you go into this word injury, look at this: harm, damage. See, they would damage goods, all right? Harm you. Oh, look at right here. Look at this. What's this? Injustice. Okay. So through injustice, unrighteous decrees, and unlawful violence, right? Unlawful violence, what happens? Let's read it again now that we have more understanding, right? So it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, right? Unnecessary, violent. What did it say again? Unlawful violence. See, what else? Let's keep going. And riches gotten by deceit. You hear all this? Listen to the characteristics of the nature of how Esau has established this landmass, and now they sit here proud as ever. And that's lately that's been very offensive, is seeing Esau's patriotic pride in a land that he's blatantly stole, murdered, and gotten unrighteously. It is prophecy, but he got it by a very disgusting way. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdoms is translated from one people to another. So see right there, this is the legacy that Esau is leaving behind. Okay, that this proud nature, all right, of overthrowing the children of Israel so he can sit on top. But now the top that he's sitting is only temporal. So you people are fooled. You people have been bewitched. You're out here celebrating days that commemorate murder. You're celebrating days that are given over to bloodshed. Okay. Now you are joined hand in hand. Okay. So now you are guilty by association. You, as the term they say. So I just wanted to jump down. There's a few good more verses in this chapter. This is Sirach 10 and 15. It says, the Lord has plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. And this is exactly what's coming. The proud nation of Edom, all right, i.e. Babylon, America, is getting ready to be plucked up. The roots are exposed. You ever pull a plant and if, as you're pulling it, you start seeing the roots, but not fully. So right now, you got people rejoicing and overeating, but just last week it was inflation, shortage, supply chains, disease, all these things going on. But soon as this day comes around, it's like, well, today that doesn't matter. See, you're not going to be allowed to put off prophecy much longer because it's a high hell day. You're not going to be able to tell FEMA, wait, it's Christmas. See, you're going to find out that these high hell days all had a satanic background or origin on top of it. Okay, your Christmas, your Halloween, your Valentine's Day, all these things, the New Year's, all these things that kept you in a quote unquote mirthful spirit. Okay, La La Land is soon abruptly about to be ended. All right. Because you got a lot of Jakes waking up that are more offended with the American norm of today, and you should be offended with the standard living of America because it's constantly against you and it's constantly rejoicing over your destruction. All right, we're the butt of every joke. Okay, our women have been put out on a level of whoredom that I never thought existed. Okay, I've never seen a woman trotted around as a biggest whore than when it comes to our women. Now, am I calling our women whores, or am I saying that this society has positioned our women to walk around and embrace being a whore? You see, there's a difference. You should be offended of the state of our women and not the fact that I'm calling it out as it is. Okay. And when you look at our men, all right, it's 2021. Okay. And you still got a spirit to keep Jake to be a nigga. Now we know the prophecy until the land be desolate, but who is keeping that machine running? Who's keeping this well-oiled machine of destruction on our people running? It's Esau. Okay. Now let's keep going. Sirach 10 and 16. It says, the Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. And that's exactly what's coming for him. All right. Destruction from his foundation, his capitals, right? And it says he took some of them away and destroyed them and has made their memorial to cease from the earth. So while you over here with your Memorial Days, right, your Veterans Days, your Christmas days and Labor Days and all this, well, your memorials that you live by will cease. All right, Job 20, you will no longer be found. All right, so that should sit in too, man. When you sit back and think, is it really worth me trying to live in this society and have the pleasure of sin for a season? But then on the other hand, I know that this season of sin will be found no more in earth's existence. Okay. The ideology and philosophy and lifestyle and legacy of Esau, Edom is going to disappear. It's going to disappear after a appointed time of slavery and great judgment on him, a great punishment upon him for his wicked actions and ways and rulership. and then he will be gone and be found no more. So why would you want to partake with someone like that? Why partake with a temporal society of wickedness? On top of that, 18, it says, pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. So even pride was not set up for man to walk in, okay? But the Most High created wickedness for the day of evil, right? So Esau, the dishonorable vessel was set up to bring spirits into this world, if you will, that man should not be walking in, and they won't be in our kingdom. You will not see a proud heathen walking around in our kingdom untouched, unscathed. You see, because the mark of Cain that Esau walks in right now, so he can rejoice in our downfall, is slowly diminishing. Okay, so let's just keep going. Sirach 10 and 19, it says, they that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. See, Esau doesn't regard the law. This is why it says in Psalms 50, why taketh my laws and statutes, right? And it literally says he casts them behind thee. Esau's dishonorable. He has the people rejoicing over dishonorable things that he's done in the earth, and then he still has the offspring of the people that he did it to. Now we know that spiritually reincarnation exists, but speaking on what you call quote unquote natural man's level, we are what you would call the offsprings of those that you raped, murdered, and robbed. And now we're not supposed to sit here and feel any type of way. I'm supposed to walk around and eat popcorn and kiss under a mistletoe, while when rewind, a couple years ago, that same day was crying and bloodshed and tears. And that's the spell that he puts on the people, that because it didn't happen to you, even though it's your people, but no, but it didn't happen to you. So now you're not supposed to feel some type of way. This man has put a spell on how people feel, and then they've succumbed to that. Don't allow time, okay, to quote unquote heal your wounds, because our wounds are healed through salvation. That our tears will finally be wiped away through salvation, okay, not through Esau and his rhetoric, because that's all he's pushing on you is rhetoric. Okay, he wants you to fall into this happy-go-lucky when he's still out here killing you. He wants you to celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas, and he's getting ready to bring the hammer down, man. Okay, this is what this guy's getting ready to do. So let's keep going. Sirach 10 and 19, and it reads, they that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed. And that's exactly what Esau is. He's a very deceivable seed, okay? And this is the spirit that he pushes on the rest of the people. He keeps you in a very proud, deceptive manner, okay? Very dishonorable, very dishonorable. Now, real quick, let me grab this. Let's go to Sirach 12. Since we're in the Apocrypha, let me check this real quick. This is Sirach 12 and verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil. You see, so there's nothing good coming to you. So rejoice no more. Rejoice no more in the evil that you are occupied in. Rejoice no more in the downfall of the nation that you once attempted to destroy, okay? Because you didn't, your warlike tactics, you didn't take into play the spiritual example of prophecy. See, that's what Esau has never considered, is the prophetic aspect of his actions. Yeah, you may have murdered and destroyed and beaten. You may have even gotten wounded knee. You may have enslaved us and murdered us and raped us and robbed, in so much that you have established days. You have established days that now you use to commemorate them year after year after year. And what you never considered is prophecy would outshine the shadow of death that you have invented, man. Okay. So even these lessons, our beliefs alone, you're destroyed, man. You're through. So you can embellish in this small inkling of time over your unrighteous actions, but soon we shall rejoice. Soon we shall reign supreme, as the scriptures say. Okay, this is Sirach 12:3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. And Esau, whenever he wants to push the spirit of alms, even the tender mercy of the wicked is cruel. You know, I'll give you a good example. Hey, we're all in captivity. There's times where we've struggled with bills, financial, let's even say buying food. But then say he's setting up a food. Say you go to the grocery store. You ever have him say, you're buying food. Here it is, you're rubbing nickels together just to get a couple things to eat. And then he'll ask you, do you want to donate $1? Where's it for me? You know? Can and he sets up these food donations, but for some reason you never can receive any of those donations. You see, it's very cruel. His alms are actually very wicked, and he does them in a spirit of a tax write-off. You see, and that's honestly the spirit Esau comes in. But you know, woe to him. Okay, woe to him. See, everything that's taking place now is all prophecy. So there's not much more that you can rejoice in. All right. And hey, matter of fact, let's get Isaiah, because the mirth is gone, man. Okay. And I really haven't even touched on the spirit that people are going to be in on this day. Okay. Your Christmases aren't going to be the same. Your Thanksgivings aren't going to be the same. There's going to, remember, prophecy is going to outweigh your daily routine in Babylon. Okay. You may have been given a daily routine that you're used to, but the Lord is about to interrupt that on a high scale. Okay. This is Isaiah 24. And let's just read 8. I'm just going to get a few more. I don't want to make this now. I don't want to keep drawing this out. I want to hit some more points and finish the lesson. This is Isaiah 24:8. It reads, the mirth of Tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth. See, so you used to rejoice, raise it, yeah. And you know what, I'm going to say this too. Esau, he out of all the inhabitants, he's in that spirit of, he knows, hey, we got Thanksgiving because we got this land. Esau is the only one that's really in that spirit. Like, I know what I had to do to get this land, and now I'm proud that I got it. So he knows that he got this land through a warlike manner. Okay, don't let him fool you. Okay, Esau knows in the back of his mind that he had to defeat some bodies, okay, to establish why he's sitting here drinking beer and cutting turkey, watching the Cowboys versus the Redskins. You see, so don't let for a second that fool you. All right. And it says, but guess what? We know we're at war still too. But now the war that we are in is spiritual. It's not carnal. We're not carnally out here to defeat you. You've been defeated in the spirit. The mirth of Tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the heart ceaseth. Yeah, you know, you're not getting that 1995, 1996 Christmas anymore. You know, you're not getting that 1998 Thanksgiving anymore. Okay, there ain't no more of that who made the potato salad spirit. All right. See, these high hell days that you have surrounded and wrapped yourself in of comfort is now coming to bite you in the ass, because all the things that you rejoiced in was the downfall of the children of the Lord's people. And that's going to be a shame unto you. It's going to be a shame unto the inhabitants of the earth what they found out, what they have done to the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. And it says, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Right. Strong drink is going to be bitter to you, man. Okay. Because your rejoicing is ending. Your disgusting rejoicing is ending, man. And how beautiful is that? Because what you don't understand is your legacy has been built off a sham. Your legacy has been built off shame. Your legacy has been built off unrighteousness. The Most High does not work like that. The Most High does not establish kingdoms and allow them to rule forever in unrighteousness. Okay, this is Habakkuk 2:12, a oldie but goldie, right? Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. He built this towns that he's in with blood. All right, because the conception of America, all right, started with what? 13 colonies, okay? And then it expanded to the manifest destiny. All that through bloodshed and iniquity. See, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. All he's done is produce nothing but iniquity to establish his lands and these cities that he walks around proud in, just so he can celebrate his high hell days. Okay, this is Numbers 35 and 33. Okay, shame on you, man. Shame on you. And now you people got to receive judgment too, because you're partaking in this. You may not did the killing, right? Like, look at it like this: you didn't do the killing, but every year you're celebrating that day of that killing. There's no difference. There's no difference. Numbers 35 and 33, and it reads, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So there you go, right there, man. All the blood that was shed to establish your Thanksgiving, your Memorial Days, your Veterans, your Labor Days, your Independence Days, all that blood that you shed. Well, now this land has to be cleansed, and it only could be cleansed by him that shed that blood, and that's who? Esau, Edom. So that proves that the Most High didn't bless America, as Esau says, God bless America. But let's finish it off. It says, defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel. See, and that's why we need to be brought back. We need to be brought back to our home. Because look at what we're going through under the rulership of Esau, Edom. Okay. Now, real quick, let me get this. All right. So great destruction is coming to this place. Your rejoicing is soon come to an end. All right. And it's going to happen through war, just like how you establish this land through war. And you got high hell days for your battles and your ones, your 1866, your 1890s, your 1776, your 19, there's all these little dates. There's all these little time periods that Esau pushes on you and puts on us. But each time and each date, and every time you look back, it's one of our ancestors. It's one of our brothers or sisters or tribes that have murdered by your hands. And now you celebrate it. And then you tell their children to celebrate it too. Then you tell them, don't bow, put your hand up, pledge your allegiance. Who the hell are you? You see, this is the legacy of Esau, Edom, man. Extremely unrighteous, man. And then the people to boot. You people, you inhabitants that come here, and you embrace that same murder mentality. Shame, man. Shame. Jeremiah 50 and 9, it says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations. Because did he not come here as a great nation when he came as the conquistadors, the Spaniards, the British, the French, all right, the quote unquote English, the early settlers, the colonial area, right? All these times when he came as a great nation, yelling Gary Owens to defeat Gad, okay? Or what he did, the disgusting nature, what he did down in what you call South America to the young girls and boys, even in here in North America, what he's done. And now he still gets drunk and rejoices in that. How offensive, how offensive. All he's done, his whole spirit is to rejoice against Jake's downfall. That's all he's about. He's always about the downfall of Jacob, which that's called, quote unquote, a sibling rivalry. Okay, you can look that up. Now, going back, Jeremiah 50 and 9, it says, assemble of great nations from the north country. Yeah, and Russia's going to take a major part, okay, in this destruction, and great nations are going to be in league with Gog and Magog, because it's prophesied for them to be a guard unto them. You see, so the Lord is going to use these nations ultimately to destroy you, to destroy your rejoicing, unrighteous ass, And it says, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. None are going to return in vain. There's nothing you can do to stop this, and you're not going to be able to overcome this just to set up a new high hell day to rejoice in your rulership, because that's what all these are. All these are is him rejoicing that he's still in rulership. And then when you think about it and look back at each how it's established, it's like, damn, shame for glory. Jeremiah 50 and 10, and the Chaldean shall be a spoil, All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of my heritage. See, because you were glad and you rejoiced, destroying the Lord's heritage. And then you were so proud that you actually set up days to commemorate your victories in the military, to commemorate your victories in battle, to reverence the downfall of your enemies. See, that's what these high hell days are doing, man. It's like a constant reminder, like, hey, I'm still in charge. I'm still ruling. See? And let's finish it off. Oh, ye destroyers of my heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, as bellows as bulls. Now, what does the Lord say about these heifers? There's a sacrifice for them. Okay, let's go to this Isaiah 34, and this is all speaking about nuclear warfare. All right, nuclear warfare is on the rise, and it's prophecy. And guess what? Who's the main nation that's going to get prophetically destroyed through nuclear warfare? Esau. Esau is equated as a sacrifice because that's what he's done. He sacrificed Jake to establish a high hell day. He sacrificed Gad to establish Thanksgiving. You know, he sacrifices Judah to bring in his independence. You see, for his memorial days and his veteran days. You see, it's always a sacrifice to bring in this high hell day. This is Isaiah 34, and let's read Isaiah 34 and 5. And it reads, For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness. Didn't you like to get fat? You, oh, ye destroyer of my heritage, didn't you get fat? You got fat off blood and iniquity. You got fat off blood of unrighteous decrees. You got fat of our captivity. So now yo overweight, unrighteous ass, right, is going to be used as a sacrifice, and you're equated, all right, to the bulls and the kidneys and the rams. You see? And it says, and with the blood of the lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams, for the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Call Allah Yahweh Shemal Shai. So we're going to have high holy days in reverence to your destruction. And I'll give you a great example. In a couple days, in 3 days, is going to bring in Hanukkah from the 28th to December 6th. And that is us rejoicing and taking back the temple, man. You know, taking back the temple. And we're going to have high holy days from your destruction. Man, call all Yahweh Shemal Shai. We're going to drink at your destruction. You drank at ours. You drank at ours. You celebrated over ours. You laughed over our pain. You know, you rejoiced over our tears. Now the shoe is on the other foot. Okay. Do unto her as she's done unto you. Matter of fact, where's that at? Do unto her for her sins doubled. Yep. Let's read this really, really quick. Revelations 18. Hey, man, Babylon is offensive, man. Okay. America is a very offensive land, starting with you Edomites. All right. You're very lawfully. You speak very proudly against our oppression. You make jokes and movies and mocks it, but you have no idea the prophetic judgment that's about to befall you. Man. Revelations 18 and 5. And it reads, For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High has remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she has filled to her double. So everything that you've done to us, everything that America offends and how it's treated and hurt and killed us, right? You're going to get double that. You're going to get double that. And when we see the beginning of that destruction, starting with this landmass, before we get you in our land, all right, as slaves, okay, as slaves, you ain't going to be the servant. You're going to be the slave. See, we're going to have Elam as servants, right? Moab as servants, Ishmael servants. You will be slaves. This is Revelations 18 and 20. And in those days shall we rejoice. So Babylon shall rejoice no more. Babylon shall no more be able to walk in pride, okay? But soon Babylon is going to be in a spirit of howling, all right? This is Revelations 18 and 20. Rejoice. So you got to rejoice, right? But now we shall rejoice. Rejoice, overheard thou heaven and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High has avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Man, call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So we just gotta remember Revelations 13, for this is the patience and faith of the saints. So continue to hold on, brothers. Continue to call and pray upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will avenge us. Esau will no longer be able to rejoice over our downfall, because the shoe will be reversed. The Lord's will, you brothers and few sisters, were edified through the Spirit as I was. And I just want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Rakah, Quadash. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. Shalom.